Welcome back. All new at 10 tonight. The topic of critical race theory back on the table as House Education and Public Works committees held public testimonials to hear from parents and concerned neighbors. Now, the feedback session really went on for hours tonight.
Fox Carolina's Jarvis Robertson in studio with a breakdown on what state leaders heard from those who spoke out.
Yeah, Cody and Tori, critical race theory has been a touchy subject across the nation. Even here at home over the past months, we've seen people give their thoughts at different school board meetings. Now that 5 legislative bills are up for discussion, state leaders are hearing what you have to say. Now, all of these bills would prohibit teaching at the graduate level critical race theory, which experts say is not currently taught in state schools. One committee member says he thinks these debates are taking away from prioritizing students' education in basic skills. The state superintendent also saying it's a slippery slope if those bills were to pass legislation. Now, there were plenty of people who spoke up, a mixture of those for and against. Committee members also had the chance to question those who had concerns. Here are a couple of testimonies we heard today.
When we need to be focused on these kids learning how to read, write, communicate, and understand math and science. When our kids graduate from high school, they need to be, say it this way, an employer wants to know, can they read a measuring tape? Can they add and subtract? Can they communicate with a customer properly?
From my vantage point as a parent to a young woman embarking on her schooling journey, I'm dismayed at South Carolina's leaders' willingness to write and endorse reductivist legislation that prevents educators from engaging in critical conversations about sex, race, ethnicity, religion, color, national origin, or history of oppression and persecution in the United States and our own state of South Carolina.
Now, with these 5 legislative bills, in addition to banning CRT, those bills will also prohibit lessons that could make students feel uncomfortable. Some also talked about concerns with gender identity and also sexual orientation lessons. Now, as these bills continue to move through legislation, we'll continue to follow them and see if they become law. Jarvis Robertson, Fox Carolina News.